this high school, we talk and engage in current events on a regular basis. It is something students always seem to speak about when they are asked what they enjoy about clinics. This forum is an example of how we engage with what's going on in our community. This year, 100% of our eligible voters are registered to vote. However, at other high schools, students don't learn about current events till their senior year. And even then, the focus is on national issues and not local issues. Students want more opportunities to engage in citizen-led democracy. How do you feel that teaching current events and civic engagement is an important goal for schools, and if so, how would you support that if you were elected to the school board?
Well, I think that local issues and national issues are actually important for everybody, but I also think it's driven by the student population. So I'm impressed with what you're doing right now, because this right here is helping people get more engaged. And that's what's important, because when you are engaged in what you're learning in, you're going to learn that much better. I think that teachers, when they're doing their training, they can be taught to bring in more of the civic and environmental things. But also the students, it's going to be led by the students, because if you are involved in it and you're reading, you're watching the news, and you are more involved, you are part of this community right now, and you're about to step forward into it even more so, but you're the one to bring it to the teacher so that they can make it more relevant to you, because when you bring that in, it makes it more relevant.
Again, being on the school board, I have had students come up to me and ask me about certain things that's going on in the local community and nationwide, and how it affects them. So I 100% believe in your question here, and very proud of your 100% voter registration. But to take it to the next level, I think we need to realize that current events happen currently. It happens right away, and to have a teacher try to keep up with every current event is quite challenging. What we would like to see, and what we're working towards, is bringing more of the events and relating them to what's going on in the classroom, what you're trying to teach. And I'm gonna give you an example. Here recently, we had a crane that failed over in Seattle. It crashed off a very tall building. We have engineering classes. I would like to see an engineering class go through the causes, the physics, the mechanical engineering of why did that happen, and what could happen, and how could we prevent it in the future. Have the students take that as a challenge. Now, I'm not a teacher. I can't tell you how to teach such things as that, but that's an example of what we can look at, how we can bring current events into the classroom and address them. And in the Tri-Cities, we can talk to you to talk to your parents about current events. And I know your question is how can we do it in the classroom, but we have to take that outside of the classroom also, because we got to have 24 credits to graduate. So we got to realize and be forward with you that some things have to be cut short so that we can get you through the graduation process. Okay, we could allow clubs and events that happens outside the classroom within the school grounds. You can have clubs that talk about current events, current event club. We gotta allow you to communicate. We gotta give you freedom to communicate about current events and not feel stifled or fearful that you may say the wrong thing. We gotta allow you to say what you feel and then do something about it in the current events portion of what we're talking about. And I made a note here that I wanted you to know that current events are important. Discussing them is important, but what happens sometimes when you discuss current events and you get your different opinions, anger creeps in there. And on the school grounds, we try not to promote anger. So in this open communication, we're asking that you do it as fair and as open as you can, but at the same time as civil as you can.
All right. When I read this question, it seems to bring out a lot of your first questions associated with maybe we're so busy making sure that everybody has enough credits to graduate, that we basically lose focus of other things in life, as in current events. Obviously, that's not a situation that we're going to, us four are going to resolve today. But maybe that's something that should be taken forward to the state, to the LSPI, to the men and women who basically come up with the graduation requirements, so on and so forth. So one of the things I want to talk about, and I'm going to stretch this a little bit, is like I said, I was at Kennewick this morning, and some of the stuff that happens is they bring in a program called Junior Achievement. Now I know at least one person here I've taught before in Junior Achievement. So, but again, it's basically bringing in the outside to come in and talk to you guys. And again, the class range from freshmen to seniors. When I come in from a business perspective, and I talk to students about resumes, about soft skills, how not to get fired, how to get along with people, expectations, those type of activities, and so that you guys understand that this just like an education is a process. Your career, your life after high school is a whole process. And again, I understand that not everybody loves college, and it's not for everybody. The trades, the Tri-Cities has a tremendous trade organizations throughout that have great salaries and great benefits. There's people who just basically want to get a job. We want to make sure that you guys, and that's probably part of the communication, get ready for the jobs, as well as military. Military, you also have that expectation. So one thing I'm going to challenge you guys talk about the things that are near and dear to your heart. What are you guys doing to progress that schedule also? Community service, informed voters, you guys are taking that step there. Basically following the news. Again, it's not only us up here, it's also you guys taking responsibility also for our success.
All right, so he's doing the lunch thing, so I'm gonna do this really fast, and I'm gonna cut off the first half. So one of the things that the board does is that they look at curriculum. So your teachers look at curriculum, community members, your parents, yourself, you can come and look at all the different options of curriculum. And they move it all up, everybody gives their idea, and then board members look at them and make some decision as to what would go. So I would use my place on the school board to look at those curriculums and help bring things forward that have more of that. I think there are some teachers who bring current events into everything they do, and they do that very well. It just seems very natural. But yes, it's not a part of our everyday curriculum. Tri-Tech, we're talking about the crane. I know that the kids at Tri-Tech, that's exactly what they did the next day in their building trades class and in some of the welding classes. So we do have people who are able to do that. We had some music issue with the school board a couple last spring, and students were the ones who made the change. So you were involved and you did come, and that current event, you changed a big thing. Please come to the KSD school board meetings twice a month. You can find out when they are at. We would love to see you. Do you know there's a student rep on the school board? They're a non-voting member. And I'm going to say this, and I mean no disrespect to the people, the students who've done it, but they have been AP class kind of students, always. Why? I don't know. So maybe other kids don't know. Why not a Tri-Tech kid? Why not a Phoenix kid? Why not a Legacy kid? Why not? So you also should know that you can be on there. City council meetings. They're very entertaining, I would say, in a dry, strange way. Ezra's saying yes. I belong to a group called Racial Justice Equity Coalition. We will meet on November 11th at 6:30 at Community Unitarian Church over in Pasco on Sylvester. That's a great thing. We have 2 Kennewick High students already coming. Benton County Commissioners, I don't know, you could let your kids, if you let students go, they're 9 o'clock in Prosser, but that might be one of your opportunities that you could do for some credit for that. And I think Ron mentioned Chris Rectal, OSPI, the Superintendent of Public Instruction. Give that man a call. He's supposed to answer to students, parents, and community people. Give him a call, send him an email. They've got his email address. That's what they need to answer to you, not the other way around. So please be involved. Thank you.
Thank you all for speaking and coming out here this afternoon. We are very glad to have you all here. Your answers have really helped us get an informed vote.
Because local elections are so small, our votes matter much more to y'all. Compared to situations such as congressional elections where there are many more voters.
Remember that you can register to vote in person at the county's auditor's office until Election Day, which is next Tuesday, on November 5th. Ballots must be postmarked or dropped off at a ballot drop location by November 5th.
This year, mailed ballots don't require any postage. Just keep them in the mailbox. Let's have one last round of applause for our candidates.